So here we are. We have experienced the energy of fire, water, earth, and air. And now we come to the element of ether. Now, ether is considered to be the element of spirit. I see it kind of a little bit differently, in that ether is the energy that exists because all of those elemental energies have come together through you. So you are the binding agent, if you like, and that's what creates this ether. So at a very mechanical level, it is pulling energy in so that it is able to integrate on a vertical plane this energy of who you are. And it takes the elements off the horizontal plane of our physical reality and onto that vertical plane of our more divine reality. So it is for me, ether is that transition point between two different realms. It is the anchor into both. And it's the energy where we integrate and embody what we know, what we choose to be, and we harmonize those two things. So we are transcending both the intangible and the tangible. We're bringing them together, we're combining them, we're choosing to accept both those parts of ourselves. So we are integrating that desire, that presence, that voice, that impact into how we respond. And that's the purpose of today's session, is to help you move into that space. So the more the work at this conscious level, the more you're amplifying that energetic contribution to the collective. So it's allowing you to be received by more people, and more deeply, or more possibly even more immediately. So the sharper your tuning is to what you're here to do, then the quicker it reaches people. So your business can become a vehicle for your soul work if these areas are activated, because you are understanding what it is that you're here to create. And I think a lot of the confusion that we all have at different points in our journeys is because we're not clear on how our business and our soul work can come together, and particularly how they come together in our conscious awareness. So we are seeking to integrate this so that we can shift your decisions, shift your creations into attunement with your soul work in a much more laser focused way. So integration is becoming more you. That's what we're aiming for. So the act of integration is a process of continuous adaptation to the energies that are around you in the world. So the place and role of the energy that you bring shifts constantly because of the changing environment around you. So with each interaction that you have, and as the overall energy shift around you, that there's an adaptation there. So integration is not a one and done thing. It is a constant process. So conscious awareness of the energy, the frequencies of presence are going to flow into your creative expression that you choose, and therefore the nuances of impact that will emerge over time. So it's basically, as you are adapting, you will be understanding more about why you're here and what you're here to do and how that is contributing. So your understanding of your impact is going to shift over time. It's going to deepen. So here we are with, trying to seek that integration, an integrative process, so that we know how to continue that work down the line. So just one thing to say there before we move into that is that energy must move. It catalyzes movement. It's and sustaining that movement of energy is going to ensure that this integrates and embodies a new way of working that and being that is dynamic. And so it's constantly adapting to your life and work. So we'll move into the activation now, and then we can just recap over the 5 days at the end. So we are going to be activating that ether energy and allowing that to integrate so that your future actions are consistent with your soul desire. So close your eyes and bring yourself back to your breath. Breathing slowly, deeply, and peacefully until you find stillness. The elements of earth, air, fire, and water are present, and they will create a space around you. As they create the space, they will reactivate each of the frequencies you have already experienced. The energy will begin to move, and you will be able to sense the individual frequencies moving through you and within you. You'll sense how the energies are being integrated and how your system is being recalibrated. It is now your choice, conscious choice and action, to invite the energy to become part of you. As the energy moves, it will find balance. It will settle within you. It will open you. If you feel that there are areas that are tighter, allow yourselves, allow your energy to move. Don't hold, let go, and allow the energy to run. This integration will continue for some time. So set an intention that it will integrate over the next 3 weeks or less, as you need it to, as it allows old energy to move out, existing energy to be amplified, and the dots to begin to connect. We thank the elements for their time, for their guidance, and they will begin to close out the space around you. You come back to the here and the now as the holder of a new energetic signature. And so take a deep breath and open your eyes. So this will take time to settle in, to embed, and it may throw some bits and pieces up at you that you need to deal with. You will find that you have moments of blinding clarity and moments where you feel very confused. It's all part of the process of the integration. So something will drop into place, it'll make perfect sense, and then you will feel perhaps move into a space where you feel less clear, and then something will drop into place again, and so forth. And it'll just continue. The important thing is to understand how these this energy feels within you, and to continue to work with it. So the worksheets for today will help you or guide you through that process of inquiring. Obviously, that's a journey that is uniquely yours, so you can continue to work on that in ways that you feel right to you, but this is my way of guiding you through that process. So we have looked at all 5 elements. We have looked at what your soul desire is. We have at least the frequency of your soul desire. So that'll continue to speak to you as well. The frequency of your presence, which is something you need to learn to hold. Critical skill moving forward in a new business dynamic. Amplifying your voice by allowing your creative expression to run, particularly at an energetic level, and finding what that means for you, and amplifying your impact, which is claiming the work of your soul in this world and its contribution at a collective level. So there's big topics which we have worked with in a seemingly very simple way. But the thing about energy, and when you work with energy, consciously work with energy, is it works very differently, and it can have a massive impact with very little introduction. So but the important thing to remember is that the doorway is now open, so the energy will continue to communicate unless you choose to switch it off. And you need to consciously choose to switch it off, otherwise it won't do. So if you need a breather from this, choose to switch it off. So allow yourself to integrate. And you may find that you just switch it down naturally and subconsciously. So you switch it down anyway in order to switch it off, rather, in order to be able to integrate what you've experienced so far. But if you have any issues that are arising from this, then please do reach out to me and see whether or not you need more support with that, whether or not you just need an answer to a simple question. There are lots of things that may come up for you. Everybody's different, but certainly exploring the possibility of and the ideas of what you might need to do next to work in a very different way is always worth doing. And I'm always here if you need to do that. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I wish you well and hope to see you again soon. Bye.